Yes, I think this will keep my hands free to fidget. A little drink of water. Gosh, I wish I knew like who was going first so I could prepare a little better.
That's what I was thinking too.
And I noticed. Yeah. Not it, right? That's super cute.
Hello.
Hey, Pam.
Hi, everyone. Wow, are these presidential diamonds on the line?
We are.
They are. All right, so just to make sure I say your name right. Is it Korin?
Korin. Yep, Korin.
Korin, welcome.
Thank you.
And then we have Al. Yep. And Summer. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're going to go in that order. I always go by last name, alphabetical order. And so you all have listened to this quite a few times, I'm sure. So you kind of know what goes on. We're going to each have about 8 minutes. And if it goes to 9 or 10, that's fine. I try to say 8 because, sometimes we're ready for the aha moment. And so when I give the aha moment or ask for that, then Allison, you'll know that you're up. You're getting ready to come on. So you and Summer mute your line when we get started. And then, Korin, you'll mute yours after you talk, but you guys can hang on and listen to each other because I know it's important to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Excellent.
Any questions?
Woo. I think we're good.
All right, so, I tell everyone that this is what we do at the end of the, month, right as we go into the 10th, we get the final report. Mark and I always go through it, look at our presidentials and ambassadors, and you are in awe of each of you. And if we don't feel like we know you, we stalk you on Facebook for a little bit.
Goodness.
Get your pictures out. And, see who our new presidential diamonds are because it's such a big, big position. And you just don't get there by chance. You get there by choice. And we know the work that you put into it and that you've got to be strong in leadership. And so with that being said, once if we're not before, we'll make sure that we are friends on Facebook. Feel like you can, reach out to me if you need a call. Just let me know. We can chat. And I think the biggest thing that I'd like all three of you to understand is this is a time to celebrate, but it's also a time to take that momentum that you've built and created and go right into ambassador. Don't stop. Don't think about it. Don't question yourself. You can do it. You can do it. And I don't want you to feel pressured by any means. That's not why I'm saying it. I want you to feel inspired by that. So I say we have some fun tonight, get to know you three, and just honor you and just let everybody out there in Edwardsville know exactly who you are. Are you girls ready?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So Erica will take us into the call, and she's going to hear some music, and then once that's over, I'll introduce the call, and then Korin will start with you.
Excellent.
All right, Erica, we are ready. All right, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Pam Sowder here, your Chief Networking Officer with Networks Global. Welcome tonight to our Show Me the Money call. I love these calls on Monday night, and it is 9 p.m. Eastern, and we have already been having a ball talking to each other. I have 3 new presidential diamonds on the line with me tonight. They're going to be sharing their story. So we want to, first of all, congratulate each one of you for going for this position. It is a true leadership position. I said earlier, you don't get there by choice. By chance, you get there by choice, and you made the decision to go for it. You did it. You earned the $50,000 good bonus. So congratulations on that. So let's start with Korin. Korin, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Pam.
Well, it's awesome having you on. So, Korin, fully introduce yourself and let us know where you're from and how long you've been on board.
Well, I am Korin Burnsed, and I'm in Orlando, Florida, and I've been in this company for 4 years now.
For 4 years. All right, so, Korin, what were you doing 4 years ago, right when you discovered this crazy rap?
Well, I was actually growing my portrait photography business, so I was a portrait photographer. I was also working a desk job part-time at my local Down Syndrome Association. My husband was traveling around Florida. He had his own business, so he was gone about 3 to 5 days every week with our only vehicle as well. And we have our 2 boys. So my boys are now 8 and 9, and my youngest has Down syndrome. So we were definitely very, very busy.
And, busy and not having an additional car, what was that like? That's not usual today.
Yeah, that's actually something that we were barely making ends meet. So there was a time that we had a vehicle that just wasn't working anymore, and we never replaced it because we couldn't. We didn't have the financial means to do that. So we were just trying to work and get ahead. And, we were just that constantly working. It was a cycle where we just never had enough money at the end of the month. And so not having a vehicle didn't give us that ability for me to even do much more outside the home. So I was doing everything I could just to make ends meet with doing my portrait photography and then him also working his job.
Korin, do you feel like, because I know a lot of people feel this way, that they're doing everything right and it's just not happening for them? I mean, they're in a financial straps. But they're doing, did you feel like we're doing everything right? We're wanting to get ahead, and we just can't do it?
Every day, every waking day, I felt that way. I knew from an early point in my life that I wanted more. I wanted to see what this world had to offer, what I could do with this world in my own life. And I grew up in a really, really small town in upstate New York. At 19, I decided to withdraw from college because I didn't even know what I was going for. And I packed up my stuff and I drove my Cavalier down to Florida, and I solidified a job and an apartment. And I decided this was my opportunity to do things right and to build a life that I could be proud of. And so when we were, we had our own businesses and I was working a part-time job, just not even being able to create a savings, and my boys being around 5 and 6 at the time, that was devastating for us.
When you think back about those times, and what were some of the feelings? Because to me, it would be sadness, desperation, as well as just fear.
Yeah, and I think that's something that is very, very common that a lot of people don't talk about is depression. And I think when you're stuck in that spot in life and you feel like you're doing everything that you can, but yet you're still not going anywhere. You're depressed. You feel those feelings of sadness, those nights that you just cry yourself to sleep because you're wondering what else is out there? What else can I do to help my family?
And so you find it works. How did you find it works?
Actually, a little bit of a funny story is through my portrait photography, I took a workshop with a famous photographer, and it was local that she came, and I had met a bunch of other photographers in the area at this workshop, and I met Alicia Mayo, and we became friends on Facebook. And we're growing our photography businesses and sharing tips. And then one day I'm seeing that she's posting about this crazy rap thing. And I was like, what is this girl doing? We're trying to build our portrait photography. And so I was one of those that quickly jumped on it because I had actually gone for a consultation for a tummy tuck after my boys, and it wasn't something feasible for us. So I saw that and I saw $25. I am trying this thing, as crazy as it sounds. And so I did. Within 24 hours, I was at this girl's house rapping.
Oh my gosh, I love this. And so obviously it worked.
Yeah, I actually signed up that night as a distributor, and back then they had you guys had provided those checks signed by Mark Pentecost, and at the time she put it in front of me and she said, "If you could write your own check, what would it be?" And I looked at her kind of funny, and I was like, what are you asking me to do? Like, this is so out of my normal. You don't actually write your own paycheck." So I was like, $1 million. I put $1 million on that check 4 years ago.
Oh my gosh. So, all right, let's now fast forward. Here it is 4 years later, presidential diamond. I mean, when you think back about the 4 years, and you now celebrating this, what do you think is the biggest thing that you had to overcome to get to this point?
Self-belief. Believing that you can do it. Believing I could do it. Believing what I was seeing other people do, that I could do the same. So I think this is really where self-development is 90% of the work that we do. I really believe that. I really feel like when we pour into ourselves just as much as we're pouring into our team, because we need to be well, we need to be better, that we can help other people do the same. So when I grew that belief in myself, I was unstoppable. I had a fire in my belly, from the moment I signed up with this, only looking to really get free product, that I couldn't deny that fire in my belly, and I didn't know why at the time. But as soon as I really started using the products and the rest of the products, that fueled my passion more, and I started talking about this. I started telling other people, and that's where my business just exploded. I had just left a conference, actually, where I had been inspired to use more of the products. So between conference and the products, I was just unstoppable.
And you think now, when you look at what's coming in financially, how does that change the dynamics of the family? I bet you have that second car
now. Oh, I sure do. I sure do. I've had my second car actually for a couple years now, and we did it right. One thing I love about this company is it teaches us to live debt free. And so what we did was we put down like more than half on this car, and it was not a brand new car. We did it right. And you know what? It's allowing us to do so much more now, just making sure we're not getting into debt with this. We're responsible with our money so God can bless us more. And, it gives us options. And I think that's what I love most about this is, creating your paycheck is not, it's great, but it's creating that legacy and that foundation of the security for your family. And my younger son having Down syndrome, he's so amazing, and he's such a blessing. I can't even say enough about him. But we are also creating a life for free, a retirement for free. And that was really hard for us for so long, thinking that we were always month to month. And now knowing we can create that savings and we have freedom to do so much with our life and be able to build our business actually from anywhere, which that's another thing. We're going on an RV adventure this summer. Just having that freedom, it doesn't make you happy, but it gives you options, and then you're in turn more happy. And my husband's and my marriage has just gotten that much stronger.
I love stories because it what it does for me, and I'm hoping that all of you that are listening, it makes you realize that there are those moms and dads at home praying for an opportunity like it works. And when you think about it, does it give you the motivation to go out and say, hey, have you tried that crazy breath thing? Or here's a coupon for my product. Are you inspired to do that because you remember back not too long ago that you were in that same position?
Oh, just from the bottom of my heart, I think I love getting belly to belly because I was that person. And when I get to sit there and I get to listen and ask questions, how we can meet somebody's needs through this opportunity or the products, it reminds me of where I was. And it gets me so excited to be able to share with them where we were and, how this opportunity can do the same thing for them just as well as the products.
Yeah, have you made a ton of friends too? Like friends that you didn't have before and that it's just solid relationships?
Uh, I actually used to be that person who really was afraid to have close friends. And now I sit here almost on a daily basis, Zoom, we all love Zoom, right? Being able to share moments even like this with some of my closest friends who are my diamonds and my rubies. And, they're the ones who keep me going even through life, and I met them because they're like-minded people. They always say, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And what I've created is a new circle of friends that think like me and want more out of life like me. And it's just one of the best feelings ever, just to have hundreds and hundreds of friends that you just never had before. And now they're the friends that you can really grow with and enjoy life with.
All right, so Korin, give us an aha
moment. Well, one of my big aha moments, I think, is helping my team win. I take such pride and joy in seeing and helping them to do what I've done. And I was not always this way, through the self-development, the personal and professional development, and being able to share that with them and helping them get wins and seeing how their lives are growing and the things they're able to do now and how I've been able to inspire them even. Like, it is such an amazing feeling when you get to affect people's lives like that.
Well, I love your story. It's absolutely beautiful and extremely inspiring. So, Korin, thank you so much for being on with me tonight. Congratulations on your promotion to Presidential Diamond, and congratulations on your good bonus, and congratulations on life. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Pam.
All right, let's take the call out to Allison. Allison, welcome. Hi, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so Allison, please introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and how much.
It's hard to put you
on. That was like, oh my God, right?
That was awesome.
Awesome.
That was really good. You're a natural.
Flying on high. My hands are so sweaty. My first one's sweaty.
Go, Korin.
I got in at least half.
Good job, Korin.
Thank you. Oh, look at my eyes. Oh my God.
You did awesome.
I get so nervous and I don't even mean to. Like, this was the calmest I've ever been able to keep myself, thank God.
That was good.
Pam, though, being able to get to know her, throughout the years, and then like being at her house last fall and stuff, like she's such the most humble natured woman you'll ever meet. Like knowing her own story, I guess you could say, where she is, and how humble she is with other people, I think that's really helped the nerves a little bit talking to her.